Okay, so welcome back to our session again. Yeah, friendly conversation in English. Try to speak in English more than Thai. Okay, Jan Kon, are you
Yes,
okay?
yes,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Okay. So back and uh, previously about a week, 7 days, I think, we were talking about meta, right? And in the meta, we discuss in various ways, various angles, and also we discuss from uh, what the Buddha said about, what the Buddha said about metta and what is the difference,
นมัส
uh,
การ
like that, and the directions, individuals, and like that we discussed. And there is one particular topic that I didn't speak. That was the Devata Rakhanti, which I thought that will speak following day, and the last session I forgot to speak about. Meanwhile, today, Professor, she also would like to hear about it, so yeah, she is joining with us probably half an hour later after her meeting. So maybe after that, I will be talking on that Devata Rakhanti a little bit. Okay. Before that, and then after that, we'll see where we go. And now today, at the moment, we will go on to the topic. The next topic is compassion. Okay? Before we going into compassion topic, anybody wants to share anything on, let's say, previous sessions on metta? Anybody wants to share anything on metta, or any story or any personal experiences before we going to compassion or karuna? Anyone? No? No stories? Nobody wants to talk about metta anymore?
I want to hear story from you,
Story from
your experience.
my experience. So I always share metta to all every
I don't
day.
think
That's a real story. Okay. Okay. So in that case, let's go to talk about the compassion, karuna. In the karuna, okay, let me open this. So this is the second factor in the Brahma Vihara, karuna, which means compassion. Now, what do you think this karuna? Anyone wants to say anything on that? Compassion, from what you understand. What is it? Anyone? Monit, tell us about compassion. What do you understand?
compassion is the when someone want to help uh, some people or animal to free from suffering.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Achan Kon?
So maybe say, need to help everybody, like animal and human, any person.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
pass
Need to
the
help.
event is a bad event. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Event what is a bad event to pass. Need to help
Yeah.
everybody, everyone past the bad event.
For example, with me from my career, I wanted to help. I want to help my patient to cure about his disease.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody? Anything? Tantita Damo?
Ahimsa.
Ahimsa. Okay. Do you know ahimsa? What does ahimsa mean? Tantita Damo, can you explain?
Not wanted to harm.
Not wanted to harm anyone. So that's ahimsa. Taniros.
Check.
In my opinion, I think to help anyone with kindness, involve kindness too.
Okay, and then what else?
I think when I finish, when I successful, just a work, just a job, just a life, how I try to successful, I will share successful for another people. Will be successful, same me.
That is not a compassion, Ajahn.
That is
ไม่เหมือนกัน
That's a
ไม่เหมือนกรุณา
mudita.
เพราะฉะนั้นคือ I think if I successful in the job or the work or the parent or the life, I want to share this experience for another people who don't understand.
Okay.
Maybe successful same me like this.
Yeah. Okay,
เหมือน
yeah,
เรา
that's true. Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
อาจารย์ก่อนแทรกto teaching ใช่ไหม to teaching the process of work.
Okay.
Process. Helping another to be successful on process on process.
Right. So this is a compassion, right? What about thinking from a Buddhist perspective? From Buddhism?
I think Buddha have indefinite compassion for all being.
Yeah.
Teacher NITE.
Okay.
To all being.
So this is a compassion, right? Let's go back to see here. So this is a Brahma Vihara. And then this in the Brahma Vihara, it is translated as a 4 divine abodes, yeah, in which comes in a 4 principles. And here, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upeka, yeah? Loving kindness, compassion, sympathy, and equanimity. And here we are talking about the karuna, the second part, second one, vihingsa. Avihingsa, the vihingsa against counterpart. And we discussed the metta bhavana so far. And now we are in the second one, which is karuna, the compassion. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I think Karuna is the higher level of virtue, more than Metta.
Metta first, I think. Metta first.
Yes, Metta is first, and Karuna is the higher level.
Okay. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah. Now let's go to the next slide. Here, the definition of compassion. Okay. Karunya. Do you remember karunya khat? Compassionate death. Karunya. This is a karunya. And this is a sentiment which inclines one to spare or help those in distress. That is compassion. And second definition, taking care of those in need without expecting anything in return. So without anything in return. And the third, it is a social virtue that everyone should have. And also every religion teaches the same thing too. Yeah, similar thing, not same, similar thing. Every religion also teaches about helping another people, another beings. So that's why it is a social virtue that brings the harmony, that brings the togetherness. And in the Samyukta Nikaya, the Buddha said, Ahita dukkha panayana kamana. Kamana means the wish. Okay, kamana. Panayana, eradication, dukkha, ahita dukkha. Okay. So any dukkhas or sufferings, ahita, or any unbeneficials. So desire to remove what is detrimental to others and their unhappiness.
What if they're so delusional that they think you are making them unhappy?
Okay. What do you mean?
Like, to remove unhappiness is to remove the kilesas. But what if one is so attached and so addicted to them and so delusional that they believe you are being uncompassionate when you're trying to help them, which is the case that monks meet a lot. So in this case, do you just, get on with it, or?
That's why you have to be mindful that which situation, which condition you are saying. You're not saying like other missionaries, chasing everyone, telling them everywhere, wherever you see them.
People have to come.
Yeah, they have to ask for. And this is the first one definition, okay? And in the Visuddhi Marga, it's a paradukhe sati sadhunang hadaya kampanang karoti karuna. So this is quite direct. Hadaya kampanang, your heart trembles. Okay, hadaya kampanang. The karoti makes your heart tremble. That is called karuna. From what your heart is trembled? Paradukhe, others suffering. Others suffering. And sati sadhunang, a good people. A good person who after seeing their heart trembles, that is karuna. So that's why here the translation is the feeling that causes the good person's heart to be moved. So this moved is kampanang here, the translation, when they see others suffering. Paradukhe, others suffering. And then this is further on, and then not only seeing is enough, okay? Not only seeing others suffering is enough, one has to take action, and only then that becomes compassion. So which then combat, attacks, and demolish others' suffering, tries, okay, take action. And that is become a compassion. Okay? So this is compassion from the scripture and a definition of it. Now, what about Buddhism in terms of a compassion? What do you think of Buddhism in a compassion perspective?
Needs to be balanced with wisdom.
Okay, so it needs to be balanced with the wisdom. Okay. Anything? What is Buddhism? Ao, Than Kon, what is Buddhism?
What do you listen? Answer Buddhism is knowledge,
Huh?
knowledge and wake up. That is wisdom. Knowledge is natural. What happened? What going on?
Okay.
Everything. Yes.
What do you think more? What is Buddhism in relation to compassion? So, what are the qualities of the Buddha?
So way to uncover limitless compassion.
Qualities of Buddha. What are the qualities of the Buddha? Okay, what are 3 qualities of the Buddha? Okay, I will narrow it down. What are 3 main qualities? What are they?
Supreme.
So, Maha Karuna.
Supreme of compassion.
And then what else?
Panya. Karuna. Panya Tikun.
Panya Tikun.
Yeah. Bodhisattva Tikun.
Okay, so in this 3 qualities, Panyadhi Guna, Parisuddhi Guna, and Mahakaruna, where lies Buddhism? Why Buddhism become so famous?
Oh, Mahakaruna Tikun. Mahakaruna Tikun. He know he taught Mahakaruna Tikun. You start to have Panya first. He pure. He Bodhisattva Tikun. แล้วก็ปัญญาที่คุณ
Uh-huh.
เนี่ยปัญญาที่บริสุทธิ์ and มหากรุณา
Okay. Wisdom and
wisdom
purity. Okay.
purity
So
Purity.
from here we see that entire Buddhism is based on compassion. Okay, entire Buddhism is based on compassion. This is Buddha's personal property. These two, Panyadi Guna, Parisuddhi Guna. This is Buddha's achievement. His quality, this is. And this is for the world. Out of compassion, he taught. So whole Buddhism is talking about the compassion. So that's why, what is the instruction to the 60 monks Buddha gave?
Bahujana hitaya, bahujana sukhaya.
yes
Bahujana,
right.
Bahujana hitaya, sukhaya, lokanu kampaya. So this is the Buddha's instruction to the monks to go and with out of compassion, lokanu kampaya, out of compassion for the happiness and welfare, right? Hitaya, welfare, sukhaya, happiness. When Buddha gave this Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya, Lokanu Kampaya. Niroz, tell us a story, that one.
About the 60 monks that Lord Buddha sent to spread the Dhamma at that time. So these are the 60 monks that Lord Buddha told to them that don't go two monks in the same direction, go different direction, only one monk for Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya, Lokanu Kampaya, for the happy of all the living beings and for welfare of all the living beings.
So that's why the whole Buddha's teaching is about the compassion. Monit, are you okay? You're sleepy?
Oh, listen.
Are you sleepy?
I feel asleep.
Oh, okay. You need to tell us a story then.
No, I can understand. Than Nirod.
So I was saying that at that time there were altogether 61 arahants, altogether 61 arahant. That means even the Buddha is included in that 61. And when Lord Buddha told to that 60 monks that don't go at the same direction, there are altogether 4 directions, right? East, west, north, south. And Lord Buddha told to all the 60 arahants that go in the different direction and go only one monk in the one direction. Do you understand that?
Okay.
So all monks went to the different direction. Even the Lord Buddha went to the another direction to preach the to is the Chadin. You know the Chadin, right? In the
ascetics.
Life story.
Ascetics.
Ascetics. Three brothers at ascetics. Chadin 3 พี่น้องนะครับ แล้วก็ and then Lord Buddha also went to preach those ascetics, and all the monks, 60 monks, also went to the different directions to just like to spread the Dhamma of the Lord Buddha. And at that time, Lord Buddha tell this gatha, this line to all the monks that Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya, Lokanukampaya.
Okay. Any story apart from that? Anybody can tell me?
Okay, I listen. In the first time, Buddha he enlightened one, and he taught first 5 Panchavakkhya, the Arahant, that classic, and the Buddha he say Yassa Kulabut. Yassa is have friend at 54 friend. When Yassa he enlightened, he invite his friends come. Class Vasta just 55. Class Panchavakkhya 5 and Buddha 1. Just total 61. In the first group, you clear? You understand? The first group for you clear? Buddha Hitaya Sukhaya, Gotanya Mappa Patiya Siamaha Atashi. Atashi is go this way to master from Sariput. Okay, and the Buddha he go this another way for Chalin three brother. And next. Okay. Okay. On it.
ชดินหรือว่าชตินนะเจ้าค่ะ
ชลิน
ตอประตักอ่ะต้องอ่านชติน
ลอลิงไม่รู้เนี่ยภาษาไทยก็ชลินลอลิงชลิน 3 พี่น้อง
It's okay, don't go to which one is what.
ชลิน 3 พี่น้อง
Jatila. Okay.
I think Jatila is okay. Yeah, because when we spell in English, that is good. Ajahn got this right. Nothing too wrong. Yeah.
Jatila.
Jatila. Yeah.
ชติน
Easy. You don't have to ask Tota or Topatak.
Yeah, because it's English, it's not Thai.
ตัวตอประตักตัวตอเต่าอ่ะ
It's a tango.
Topatak.
Okay, so that's it. Okay. Now, apart from that, any other story anyone can listen or remember on compassion? Thankon mentioned one very interesting one. They were all arahats. Okay, and the Buddha gave them, Buddha instruct it to go and teach. Okay, that's interesting.
I realized the story when the Buddha, when his father of Buddha got sick, and then he come and gave before his father died. That's I remember. And his father become to I don't remember actually. I think Anakami or Sotapan.
Right, so that's also out of compassion.
I remember one of the story.
Okay.
So I want to share to all of you. There was once time that when the Lord Buddha attend the Bodhiyan and enlightenment for the first time, and then he was thinking that whom he should teach first, and then he realized that two of his teacher that they have taught seventh layer of jhana and eighth layer of jhana, and then Lord Buddha realized that both of them have already died and already reborn in the Arupa Brahmalok. And then after that, there was one man called Upakajiwaka. Upakajiwaka, this story is quite interesting. It's about the compassion of Lord Buddha. Actually, I have read in the text that in the past, most of the Lord Buddha, when he achieved the enlightenment, then most of the Buddha go to preach for his first discourse. While preaching the first, he will fly above the sky and go to preach the first discourse to his disciple. But in our this เขาเรียกว่าอะไรเนาะคำภาษาหมายถึงในศาสนานี้นะครับ
And this Buddha
this Buddha's time he didn't fly, he didn't use his magical power to go and preach the Panchavaggiya, but he used his leg and he was walking, and he knows that when he go from this direction, then he will meet one of the Upakajiwaka. And when he listen to his preaching, and then he will not get anything at that time, but in the future that Upakajiwaka will achieve to the some states of just like he achieved the non-returner Anagami in the future. So because of that Mahakaruna of Lord Buddha, he went by walking and preached to the Upakajiwaka.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to ask the question of Bahujan. Why do Buddha use that phrase, Bahujana? Hitaya Bahujana Sukhaya Lokano Kampaya. I missed that. I want to know the term.
Term.
Exactly.
Okay, first I will ask everyone to share why the Buddha used the word Bahujana. Anybody?
No elites, no.
This word, why Buddha use? Okay.
To distinguish that this Dhamma is not for an elite group, it's not for specific people he chooses. It is for everyone. Anyone who has the potential, it is theirs. And everyone has the potential, it just need different amounts of work. So it's not for a select group, it's for everyone, all human beings. Without class, without any distinction.
Okay, so Karl said Bahujana is no class, no distinction.
Instruction.
Thankon. What does this Bahujana means?
Bahujana.
Bahu means many. Jana means people.
Bahujana. Oh, many people. It's all the world. All the world. Yes. Many people all the world. Bahujana. Yes.
Many people.
Many person is all the suffering. Yes. Please. The signal, please.
In my opinion, I think
yes.
Pahujana is the Buddha is not mean only religion, but all of people in the world. Yeah, can deserve to have compassion with the Buddha. That is mean
No rest,
the
no class,
significant.
no discipline.
Okay. So Bahu is easy to understand, which means many. Okay. Jana is Jana.
Public.
In common understanding is public. Okay.
Yes, public.
But a Pali term is one who has born. Okay. One who has born.
From Jati.
One who has
Jati.
born. Again.
So that's why whoever has born is regarded as Jana. So that means not any, as the Than Tita Dhammo say, it's not any race, any class, or any distinction, but whoever has born. Okay? So that is Bahujana. So that means many. And why Buddha use many rather than all? Sabba Jana. Rather than using a Sabba Jana, why Buddha use Bahujana? Okay.
For some people, it's impossible. Well, not impossible. They just need too much work.
Or why not just Jana?
Yeah. Why not just Jana, or why not Buddha use Sabba Jana? Then why Buddha use Bahujana?
Many of the people who have make a merit with the Lord Buddha as the past life, they also have reborn in the same time. So Lord Buddha know, maybe he knows that he can preach Bahujana, not all Sabajana.
Okay.
So lotus simile.
Yes. So I was just about to say, this is a lotus simile. Who remembers the lotus simile? Huh?
อ๋อบัวสี่เหล่า
Who wants to tell?
Three
Simile.
or four soft lotus. But truly, only three kinds of lotus in Tipitaka.
The reason behind this, Buddha used it on the basis of a lotus flower, or we can see simply, even the Buddha was not able to enlighten so many.
Simile.
There's only few who acquired knowledge and practicing it attained the enlightenment. So they understood that, right? But not everyone. So that's why Buddha used Bahu, means many, who understands the Dhamma.
Isn't there one, I forgot the name, where Buddha is teaching to a prince. And the commentaries say that even though the prince at the time didn't even take refuge, in a later life, this knowledge matured and he became an arahant called Kala Buddha Rakkhita.
Yeah, that's similar to what Niroz was saying about Upaka Ajivaka. Upaka, who was not also attained enlightenment at that time, but Buddha saw his future, that eventually he's going to be enlightened.
So Bhanteji, the idea of Bahujan is meaning not all can understand Dhamma, but many can.
Many can.
And that's just a practical way of looking at it.
Yeah.
So how about if not? So what's the aim of Buddhism if not all can understand?
Aim of Buddhism is to free suffering of all.
And not make Dhamma as a characteristic virtue of all.
Dhamma is character to all, but there will be only few who can understand. But that doesn't mean you're not teaching them. Right? That's why the Upaka and then the story that Pantita Dhammo said. you have to tell them. And eventually, there is a possibility that they will get it. So there are 3 different types of people. It's like a patients, the Buddha compared. One patient, when they got ill, whether you look after him or not, whether you give him a good medicine or not, he will be cured, regardless of what. And the second is someone who has got the illness, needed a little bit of a care, nursing, and a little bit of medicine, nutrition, and he will be cured. And then there will be a last one. Doesn't matter how much you care, doesn't matter how much you give nutrition and medicine, he will not be cured. So, and Buddha said, it is this reason why you have to go and teach. So eventually they will be able to understand, if not this life, next life. That is the...
But it won't benefit everyone. You have to want to help yourself first. Would you think everyone will want to stop drinking?
So like that. So that's why in the lotus simile, as from the Pathaparama, Monit, tell us the story. The 4 lotus flower.
Oh.
Is that a no?
Pathaparama means same as the lotus. That was เรียกอะไรอ่ะบานอ่ะ Teacher, I forget it. please tell.
Okay, what are the main categories? Tell me. The first one is
Pathaparama means some people that you can...
tell me the four categories first. So you have a Pathaparama, and what else?
The 3 is Naya.
Naya.
Pathaparama. Naya.
What is the second one?
The second, I forget.
Hankon, help. What are the four lotuses? Or are you Googling?
Yes. Googling first.
Acharya Guru.
Yes.
Acharya.
Vipatittanyu.
Hey, Maharaj, is Google the new Buddha?
For what long time?
Everything Google.
Ughachitanyu, Vipachitanyu, Naya, and Pathaparama. Okay?
Yes.
So, Tantoy.
Yes, Ajahn, I'm here.
Can you explain to us a little bit on these 4 types of people?
Yeah, the first one is Naya. Let's be think about it. Naya, Utthacha, Utthacha, Kukucha, Naya, Vipachitanyu, Ughatitanyu, and
Can you explain a little bit?
yeah, I am. Just a minute. I am forget to sometimes. That is look easy because if you use is more now, but take a long time. Like is in the first thing is a Naya, right? Naya is mean the lotus and the under the water touch the sunshine can be is like a people who the first teach can understand the first time that easy to understand for Naya and Ukati Tanyo, right?
Yeah.
In the second lotus is like a people who need to explain about the meaning that can understand. And the third one is Vipachitanyo. Vipachitanyo is mean the lotus is under the water, not above the water, is under the water. So under the water, that is look like a people who explain again and again that can be understand and about the meaning, but it look difficult, but it's have the way is to find out about the meaning. But the last one is Pada Palama is Thai understand and is helpless. It means they can't accept your knowledge. It's, yeah, it's the four lotus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only that is the own knowledge, but need to remind. Thank you, Chan.
Okay. Tan Niroz, would you like to say something on that?
Actually, I found a sutta about the three kinds of lotus, not the 4 kinds of lotus, but 4 kinds of people.
Yes.
Actually, this sutta was told by Lord Buddha that there are three kinds of lotus. When Lord Buddha's get enlightenment at the first time, and there was one Brahma called the Sambhadi Brahma requested to teach the Dhamma to all living beings, and then Lord Buddha's knows that there are 3 kinds of lotus. There are 4 kinds of people in this world.
Yeah.
So just like the Achan that has described that one is Ukatitanyu, second one is Vipachitanyu, third one is Naya, and fourth one is Pathaparama. And actually the 3 kinds of lotus in the scripture, it has found that Lord Buddha's tell this discourse to the Bodhi Rajakumar. 4 kinds of lotus are, one is above the water, another second one is it's just like near to above the water, but it is in the just like little bit in the ก็คือกำลังจะพ้นจากน้ำนะครับ เรียกว่าอะไร
Just about to come out.
Yeah, and another third one is it is inside the water.
Okay, so that's why each categories of the people are different. Right? Some, after hearing just one verse, they can be enlightened, like a Sariputta, Moggallana. They can be enlightened, like a Kondanya. And a Vipachitanyo need little bit of explanation. Need a little bit of push, explaining that this is. And then a Naya need a little longer time to explain. It's like remember who took the Buddha out of the palace? Who is that person?
Channa, Nai Channa.
Channa. Yeah, Channa. So Channa is like a Naya. Okay.
Didn't he start a lot of fights though?
Yeah. So needed a bit of a more explanation, okay, detailed explanation for them. For the Pathaparama is like the person who is very difficult and still wandering in the samsara. And according to the Atthakatha, the commentaries, a person who hasn't seen even the slightest bit of a true Dhamma is called Pataparama. So that's why the reason Buddha use the word Bahujana.
Teacher.
Yes.
I think we are all Naya.
Okay.
Do you think so?
I don't know.
Gone.
Who do you think you are in these 4 categories? Padaparama, Neya, Vipachitanyu, and Ughachitanyu.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Neither of the 4.
Niroz,
I
which
think
category do you think you are in?
maybe in the third one, Naya.
Neya, okay. Thanh Con.
Naya so.
Neya, okay.
Naya. Yes.
Now,
Naya.
Damo, Ughachitanyu?
Definitely not. That's the ready to bloom.
Yeah,
Waiting for the sunlight.
Just waiting for
Ready to bloom.
just waiting
Very
for the
well,
wind
actually.
and became awakened.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I'm not a Padaparama, but since I'm a monk, I guess I'm an Aya.
Okay. What about Professor? Which category you are in?
Lam
สวัสดีค่ะ เพิ่งนำเสนอเสร็จ
So which one you think you are in this 4 category? Padaparama, Neya, Vipachitanyu, and Ughachitanyu. Which one do you think you are?
You mean me or
Yes.
Monit or
You.
Monit? So
You,
what is the question? Why I come and then I got this question.
Yes.
What are these? What are these things?
Follow task for start to teach person.
I think I'm quite I love to learn
Okay.
some things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I know everything, but I love to learn
Okay.
from people.
Well, that's a very diplomatic answer.
I think I will be Ukhati Tanyu.
Okay.
Good.
Best of luck.
You will be, yeah.
I wish you the best.
I think everybody will be the Ukhati Chanyu one day.
Then you like a Salibut, just shortcut, clear all. Yes.
After hearing one verse, got it, enlightenment. Satori.
Only one line
Like
is the Daruchiriya.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Daruchiri.
Yeah, he
Bahir.
just get a one hint and became the enlightenment. And he is the all among the bhikkhu, he is the one of the greatest bhikkhu. He has been enlightened very fast.
Okay, so right, so this is about the compassion and Buddhism. So looking from this perspective, we see that whole Buddha's teaching is about compassion. And I will come back again about this one later on, okay? Because it is quite the summary of it is coming back to here as well. That's why I'm spending more time on this. What is Buddhism? Okay, what is Buddhism? So that's why I took it from the qualities of the Buddha. So 3 qualities of the Buddha is Parisutti Guna, yeah, Panyadi Guna and Mahakarunadi Guna. And here, the purity, wisdom, and compassion. And the whole Buddha's teaching is about compassion. But the purity is individual's property. Wisdom also individual's property. And a person who is purified has got plenty of wisdom, but if he doesn't do anything to help others, then what he becomes? He is become a Pacceka Buddha. Yeah, he's one become a Pacceka Buddha only because he's not helping any other beings to free from suffering. So compassion is to be free from suffering and wishing all beings to be free from suffering. And that is compassion. And further on, I mentioned here from the Visuddhimagga that it's not just feeling of a suffering of others. We have to take action. Yeah, we have to take action to eliminate those sufferings is regarded as the proper compassion. And the one more last thing that I haven't deleted from this one is this one that Tantita Dhammo mentioned. Okay, balance with wisdom. Compassion always needs to balance with wisdom in Buddhism.
Sorry, Ajahn, please tell me once more again the meaning of the compassion in English.
Sorry?
Meaning of the compassion. Once again, please.
So meaning of compassion here is feeling the feeling of others suffering, seeing others are suffering and then willing to help them. And this is the definition from the scripture. And it's like a sentiment which incline one to spare or help those in distress, or taking care of those in need without expecting anything in return.
Even a thank you.
Yeah, even a thank you, no thank you. Okay, and do not expect thank you. But your job is to do good things. And further on, we will come back to this appamanya. That's a boundless compassion, not only for your person, not only for your religious people like that, but it is for all. Okay, so we will come back to that later on. Today I have to finish it a little early, so I want to go back to what I have left that professor asked and, about the metta. Where is it now? I need to find out. Oh, here. Okay, Devata Rakhanti. Okay, that I didn't talk last time. In the 11 blessings or 11 benefit of loving kindness, Devata Rakhanti. Do you know what that means? So, number one, Sukhang Supati. Sukhang Patibujjati is the second. Third, Napapakang Supinang Pasati. No bad dreams. Manusanang Piyo Hoti. Yeah, human beings will love. Amanusanang Piyo Hoti. Non-human beings also will love. When we talk about non-human beings, does that include devas as well? Does that include devata as well, celestial being, non-human beings? Normally, when we talk about Amanusanang Piyohoti, we think only ghosts.
Only
right? We only think about bad, invisible beings. But here means including Devata, the celestial beings too. Amanusa. Now, why there is another one is called a Devata Rakhanti. Anyone wants to say?
Devada Lakante.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Devata is mean angel.
Yes.
For example, in Thailand, we believe we have one angel to protect us.
Yeah.
Maybe. And when we have we have to share loving kindness, then the share to our angel to protect us.
So we have to overcome this thought of our belief, but we have to come to the reality. Yeah, Amanusanang, Pali word means including Devata and everyone.
Devata.
Yeah, every non-human. Sorry, every non-human beings.
Including animals.
Including animals. Okay, and now this includes celestial beings. Now there is another one, Devata Rakhanti. Now I will give you a simile, okay? Okay, rather than giving you a simile, I will give you two words. Love and protect.
Yes. Love.
Which one you go with? A person who, a friend who loves you and a friend who protects you. Which one you will stick with?
Difficult. So protect then.
Yeah. Okay, which one you will go with? Love or protect?
But
I think it's protect.
Okay.
Go with protect.
Go with protect. Why?
Because we when we give something, and then not only love, I think of the meaning or above protect is all cover.
Okay. Now, anyone? Any opinion? Pantai says he will go with the protection. One who gives the protection will go with him.
So for me, the protect is give me a sense of like duty. But if love, like if somebody love us, so eventually they will protect us.
Okay.
But they may not have some kind of feeling to us, but maybe they maybe because we do good, they also, so that's why they protect us.
Yes. Right. See, when we love and when we are with someone who love us, they may not protect you when you are in danger.
Impossible.
Some say it's impossible.
Well, I can protect myself and I don't care if anyone loves me, so neither.
Okay. And a protection, normally a genuine protection comes with the love. Okay. Genuine protection always comes with love. So it has love hidden. Love is hidden. So love and protection. Now, in order to be Devata's protect, get the Devata's protection, we also share them love, share loving kindness. So that's why it's called a Devatanusati. You remember Devatanusati? Yeah. So a person who is morally practicing well and always sharing loving kindness to everyone, people will like to be around and always like to protect those people. Suppose like a leader who is very compassionate leader, and he is working towards the freedom of so many people, then rest of other people will be protecting this leader. And that protection is not a duty, but out of love. Yeah, so out of love. So that's the same thing with the devas here, that a person who is practicing loving kindness, they are always sharing loving kindness to rest of all beings. And as a result of that, that includes devatas as well. And here again, there's only few devatas will protect you. Not every devatas. Okay? Not every celestial beings will protect you. Only few. And this comes with, again, punya, your punya, their punya, and being together in one of the lifetimes. Okay? And then only we will be protected. So that's why there are thousands of other celestial beings. Not everyone will be there to protect you. They may love you, but not there to protect you. But only few who has got the good affections and will be there to protect you. It's like a leader working for thousands and millions of people. Only handful of people are there to protect you. Okay? So this is how it works. And that's why there is in the Metani Sangsa, Amanusanang Piyo Hoti, one is there to non-human beings. So you are already loving, yeah? You're already loving to those non-humans. But there are some celestial beings ready to protect you. And that's because they have seen you are practicing loving kindness, you are morally fit, morally good, and full of compassion to another people, other beings, not people, other beings, including devas. So that's why it is recommended to do this Devatanusati as well. Sharing our loving kindness and compassion and merits to them as well. That's why in the morning session, morning chanting at the end, Patidana Gatha, what is the first sentence starts off with Patidana Gatha?
Ya Tevata Santi Viharavasini.
Yeah, so Santi Viharavasini.
Stay here. Yes.
Yeah, Santi Viharavasini. Yes. Ya Devata Santi Viharavasini. Okay. So that's
yeah, he stays all around me. Yes.
Okay. So that is the reason of having this one extra sentence, Devata Rakhanti. More than just all the beings, the non-human beings loving us, but there are someone who will be protecting us as well. That is just a part of it. Okay? Just a part of it. But again, as Tantita Dhammo said, we shouldn't be relying on them. You have to protect yourself. whether they are there or not. Do not wait for them to come and help you. If you wait for them to come and help you, they may not come. It's like a good friends. They will say, it's okay, I will be there to help you. I will be there to protect you. And then by the time when incident happened, oh, I'm so sorry, I was stuck in the traffic.
Where?
And you're in
Okay.
trouble, okay?
Oh, okay. So after the class, this class, so I won't miss like in the morning offering. So I won't miss. So I will say that I'll give all the merit to Devata, my Devata.
Not all merits. I will share.
I will
right?
share all share.
I will
Okay,
share any merits that I have accumulated with you all too. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So this is the meta that I would say end, and also we started the compassion here, and I want to hear some stories in terms of the compassion. Okay, in next session, Friday, this coming Friday. Now think about it. When we talk that Buddhism is talking about compassion, that means any stories that Buddha come across is a story related to compassion. Now you can choose to tell any story. Okay?
Thank you.
So,
And I remember one of the suttas about the Devata Rakhanti.
okay.
So I want to share to all of you. Actually, there was one sutta that I remember. It has been told that if anyone accumulate merits by doing good deeds and then sharing merits to the just like devatas, and then they will look after you, protect you as a family member. I think in this sutta, in my opinion, devatas may be our ancestors.
Yeah.
And so when we share our good deeds to them, and then when they receive that good deeds, then they come to help us, protect us in the limit of the karma.
Yeah. So that's what here say. I've mentioned here. It's up to our punya that may, and then a second is being together in previous lives. Okay. So that basically ancestor, as Niroj said. Yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, we have to stop here a little early today. Okay. And on Friday, I would like to hear stories on compassion. You can choose whichever you think is appropriate for the session. Compassion. Okay. And you can think of any stories like the Buddha went to teach out of compassion, like a Patachara, Kisa Gotami, like that. But do not tell this Kisa Gotami and Patachara. We have heard so many times.
I was going to say that.
We have heard this so many times. Skip that one, but think of any others, any other stories. Okay. So before that, anybody wants to say anything before the end?
I have no anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just thank you. Yeah, very much, Ajahn. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And we'll see you in that case. We'll see you on Friday with the second part of compassion. Sadhu. Okay.
Okay, Sadhu. Thank you, Ajahn, and goodbye.